You're listening to Can You Hear Me at the Back, a series of comedy monologues recorded at the Edinburgh Festival. Today's monologues are annual reviews and the best man speech. This programme contains some strong language and themes of an adult nature.
Thank you for coming to this meeting. You may be wondering why I called you all here. Someone in this room is a murderer! No, that was Perot. Anyway, I see a lot of worried faces. Just let me say, those of you that are here don't have to worry about your jobs. You're safe. You're through the next round of layoffs. Not that I'm laying any of you off, not yet. Maybe never, who knows? I certainly don't, and I'm the boss. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Martin DeWitt. And for those of you that know me, I'm also Martin DeWitt. I've been managing director since my father was went away. Some of you may remember I did work experience here years ago as a fire safety officer in the timber building that used to be over there, next to the Family Liquor Store, across from the place where we keep the oxygen tanks. But that is in the past. Yeah, we have to grieve and move on. I see a lot of new faces now. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about those of you who survived the fire. I'm talking... No, your faces are still recognizable. I mean, they're recognizable as face. I mean, I remember what you used to look like. Well, what I mean is we've all changed. It's not that noticeable. I wouldn't have noticed if someone hadn't pointed at you. I pointed it out. Sorry, pointed you out. Sorry. Anyway, I'm sure that if my grandfather who started this business were alive today, he'd be proud of what we've achieved. We built this company into the leading supplier of whatever it is we supply in Europe, and... my grandfather built a great and successful company, and then he sold it and bought this one. Anyway, I came back to sort this company out. We've had to cut short my studies at Yale, where I was learning to be a locksmith. This company's had a tough year, but a good year. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. Our profits have gone up, but unfortunately, your salaries have gone down. But you still have your jobs, which is something a lot of people can't say, and I'm including a lot of people that used to work here until this morning. It was a hard decision. Many of them were not friends, but people who were here and are now not here. So hopefully sometime later we can hire them back. Not all of them, of course. Some of them were, useless. Like that foreman with the lazy eye. What? Sorry? Oh, he's still here. Oh, good. Well, we made some dramatic savings this year. A year ago, we had 12 board members whose combined salaries were £3 million, and now we only have 4 board members with a combined salary of £5 million, and that's a saving of 8 board members. So, and to get us back on track, I've assembled a management team who are on crack management team, who will lead this company into the 20th century. Sorry, what? 21st century. Why am I the right man for the job? Well, we've searched everywhere for someone to head up this position, but unfortunately, none of those applicants were related to my father. In the past year, our company has concentrated on our core customers, and as a result, we're more focused, better organized, and almost bankrupt. It was a bad idea. But we've learned from this. I will no longer take financial advice from my astrologer. I know. I should have listened to my clairvoyant, but that's me, typical Capricorn. Now, pensions. In today's economic climate, a lot of workers are worried about their pensions. We don't want you to worry about your pensions. Please don't worry about your pensions. In fact, don't even think about them. Don't believe what you might have read in the paper. Your money is as safe as houses. Okay, that's a bad analogy. It's as safe as a banker's bonus. I don't want any of you to worry about your jobs. I can guarantee all of you that... What? Okay, I'm pretty sure that I'll... Sorry? Okay, forget that bit. Right, script to the end. I have a dream! That one day on this very site, my descendants will employ your descendants. That my grandfather's legacy will pass down through the generations. And that one day my grandchildren will be standing here in front of your grandchildren. If we hire them, if we haven't moved production to India. I mean, right now, that's only a dream. But with your help and a conservative government, I hope one day that dream will become reality.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen, slags and man-slags, innies and outies, whatever you like to be called. Can you hear me at the back? Good. Yeah. Aren't the groom and the bride looking beautiful today? The groom is looking at least a 9, maybe a 9.5. And while the bride, she's really upped her game, hasn't she? Maybe a 4.5? Oh, hey, come on. She's done the best with what she's got, eh? Munter. Come on, give her a round of applause for trying. Come on. Yeah. Now, I'm not the father of the bride, by the way. I'm Smegsy. Michael, Mike the groom, is my best mate. We are, or should I say were, like conjoined twinsies. Mano a mano. So when he told me he was getting married, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I cried. It wasn't girly, though. I'm a rugby player, so they were big, manly tears. You know, the kind Rambo might get if he had to shoot a puppy in the face to avert World War III. I was there the first time he met Angie. I was there the first time they kissed. And I was there the first time they had sex. In spirit, of course. That reminds me, cue some funny stories. Pre-Angela, Mike was a sexual disaster area, right? First term of uni. One night he comes bursting into my room wearing only a ripped shirt and a sock. And out of breath he pants, "I'm gonna need a condom, mate." And I say, "Sure, babe." Yeah, bit of a damp old squib Mike's sex life at uni was. He did better than Angie, though. Before Mikey, all her boyfriends turned out to be gay. And she says it's not cause and effect. Call yourself a scientist. It made her completely paranoid, right? This one time she gets home, sees me and Mike shacked up naked in bed for warmth, right? Watching Brokeback Mountain, right? Her mind immediately jumps to the worst, yeah? Never mind the 5-star reviews. All she sees is gay cowboys. Bigot! It was much easier to do that sort of thing before she came along. Just after uni, when we flat shared, I remember me and Mike would drive home after a lovely hot day at the gym, jacuzzi and steam room, and watch whatever we liked. Lord of My Ring. Grinding Nemo. Schindler's Fist, all the classics. Forrest Hump. It was like the summer would never end. And then it happened. My whole world changed when, bam! Out of nowhere, some inbred lunatic comes swerving and smashes into the back of us and sends us flying through a hedge. Turns out, it's Angela. Honestly, mate, do you really think it's romantic when two people crash into each other and instantly think they've fallen in love? No, that's not romance, mate. That's concussion. And I mean, what were you thinking, Mike? I've been there for you through thick and thin and you just abandoned me? Remember when you wanted to pop your cherry with Angela? Do you remember? Yeah? And all I was getting was, "Oh, please, Smegsy, please tell me how to have sex." And like a mug, I take pity on you. And I say, "Well, how much detail do you want, mate?" And you say, "Smegsy, mate, IKEA assembly instructions level of detail." You know the kind of thing, insert rod A into slot C and Sandown protrusion B in a circular motion, that kind of thing. So I showed you my diagrams, and all you could say was, "Thank you, mate." Until you told me I had no idea women's bits were flat-packed. And I thought, oh God, did I give him the wrong instructions? Is Angela going to come out the bedroom looking like an oak-finished laptop desk with ample space for cable storage? Because if that happens, I've not just given them great sex, I've enabled some impressive joinery. When you guys break up, do you think she'll go back to speed dating? No. Not unless that means speeding into the rear end of other unsuspecting lads out cruising and then asking the concussed driver for a quickie. Mark my words, it won't be long before she's causing pile-ups, deliberately killing love rivals in the passenger seat and dogging in the glow of hazard lights. You tried to make up for my whiplash, did you, Angela? Well, I don't call inviting me along to romantic meals and making me watch rom-coms with you two holding hands the whole time flaunting it, trying. Oh, give it a rest, Angela. I can't even reach across and gently stroke Michael's pinky or tickle his earlobe without you getting all uppity and saying, "That's not appropriate." Oh, yeah, you do. You say it like a catchphrase. "That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. Put it away. It's not appropriate." You're sending off mixed signals, guys. That's all I'm saying. You don't call it a man hug if man parts aren't involved. Why couldn't it stay like it was at uni, eh? Me and you, Mike, laughing, studying, playing rugby together. Remember, Mike, remember. The initiations, the first year we played for the same team, remember. We were given the option, either run laps around the field or drink beer poured through the buttocks of a team member. Well, there was no contest. We hated running. The first time beer poured down my bum into your mouth, I knew we'd be closer than any friends could be. But I never looked down past my butt at your slurping, hungry face and thought, yes, one day I will be best man at your wedding. Yeah, that's right, Ange. Yeah. No matter how close you and Mikey get, you'll never be that close. Isn't that right? I mean, tell us, have you ever drank schnapps from Mike's butt whilst a group of rugby players cheered you on at first before becoming bored, uncomfortable, and against their will aroused? Yeah. Well, come to me when you've done it 1,000 times. And no, Angie, it's not a gay thing. It's a rugby team thing. Especially when me and Mike do it alone. Yes. Yes, all the rugby team do it, don't you, lads? Lads? Oh, come on, lads, help me out here. You know, what's that thing called where you basically do rugby against just one man naked without a ball or anything, you know, for the rest of your life? Oh, fine, Angie, I'll get on with it, shall I? To sum up, you met in a traffic accident and then you both got annoying. Oh, screw this. I love you, Michael. I love you, mate. And if you love me too, I promise you'll be the only man I practice no balls but ours rugby against for the rest of our careers. We'll just call it our rugby union. Ladies and gentlemen, let me propose a toast to the man I love who gulps beer from my buttocks and his hopefully soon-to-be divorced beard. Hip, hip, hurrah.
Today's monologues were performed by Phil Nicol and Richard Gadd and were written by James Felton. Can You Hear Me at the Back was developed and produced by Margaret Ann Docherty.